for the Pilots in this inning. And the pitch swinging. There's a ground ball to first. Maldonado has it to second for one to throw back to first, two. In time, a double play. And the inning is over as that goes 3-6-1 on the putout. No runs, 2 hits, 1 runner left on base after the double play. And we go to the top of the 6th inning, or bottom of the 6th inning. Still 5-0 Skunks, or 5-0 Pilots.
Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, we want to apologize for the technical difficulties. Mother Nature decided to have the shortest temper tantrum Dre and I have ever seen. And when that storm hit, it actually knocked the stream down somehow. No one really knows how it happened, but we were able to get things back up and running. Maybe the electronics have some sort of safety precaution on them that causes them to knock themselves down just in case. As a refresher for what's happening right now here in Game 2 of a doubleheader between the Tarp Skunks and the Newark Pilots. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Pilots. No runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Skunks. The only runs that were scored by the Pilots, all of them came in the 5th inning. And Gavin Stevens, the pitcher for the Newark Pilots, has been wheeling and dealing. 5 scoreless innings against the Tarp Skunks. He comes out for his 6th inning of work against the Skunks. He will be facing Maldonado, Wallace, Henry Juwan, Aiden Wallace, and Steven Scarfone.
Yeah, it started to rain before I could write down what Maldonado did. So it's going to be Henry Juwan, the batter.
And I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Guinness.
First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Juwan 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left. And the pitch. So there's a ground ball up the middle, not picked up by Steed, as it goes off of his glove into center field. So we'll see how that is scored here. Looks like they're going to give Henry Juwan a base hit.
I personally do not agree with that call. I think that should be an error on Steed. The way it rolled in his glove, out of his glove, and up his arm and into center field, I feel like that should be an error, a fielding error on Jack Steed. But ultimately, it's not for me to decide.
As Aiden Wallace steps up now. Swinging, there's a line drive to short, caught on the fly, throw into second, or back to first for the double play.
Nothing you can really do about that. That's a difficult play right there. A good catch by Harley. Juwan thought that ball was going to drop, so he started to make his advance towards second. When it was caught, he had to put on the brakes and had to make the trot back to first. Just nothing you can really do about that situation.
Yeah, rock in a hard place as Steven Scarfone stepping in. Struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at a strike for 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, missing for a ball, 1-1. Stevens comes set. The pitch. Swinging. There's a fly ball into right center field, going back on it, and unable to make the play is Knox as it bounces off the wall, rounding second and heading into third with a 2-out triple is Steven Scarfone. And the Tarp Skunks showing a little life here in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to bring up Nigel Sebastianelli.
Great hit there by Steven Scarfone. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to do much with it as he put it towards that 414 power alley and the Henry James sign. But the speed of Scarfone paying dividends as he was able to come across with a triple out of it. And Sebastianelli trying to see if he can put his team on the board here in the bottom of the 6th.
So 2 away. Scarfone at third, and the first pitch to Sebastianelli is a half swing that fouls back toward the box, and it's 0-1. Gavin Stevens has been on a roll this entire game, and the pitch. Missing for a ball 2-1, or 1-1. On deck is Austin Matranga. And the pitch. That one called for a strike on the corner. 1-2 now to Sebastianelli. The Skunks running out of chances here. And the 1-2. Swinging, there's a foul back off to the left. And out of play, we'll do it again. Scarfone off third. And the pitch. Swinging, there's a line grounder toward first. McMillan has it and takes it to the bag himself. And the inning is over. No runs, a hit on the Scarfone triple. 1 runner left. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It's 5-0 Pilots. Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Plyler Entry Systems, the Davies Investment Group, and Prevention Works in Casa Trinity. We'd like to thank our sponsors for helping to make this and every live stream of the 2024 season possible. We'd also encourage all businesses and organizations serving residents in Jamestown and Chautauqua County to consider becoming a Tarp Skunks live stream sponsor for this season or future seasons by calling us at 716-705-5600, emailing us at contactus@tarpskunks.net, or using the contact form on our website, tarpskunks.com. All sponsors are recognized during each home game, during our live stream broadcast, and also by our public address announcer. Thank you to our current sponsors, and also to anyone considering becoming a future sponsor of Tarp Skunks Baseball. As Gabe Wheeler back on the mound to finish it off for the Tarp Skunks, he'll face D. Grigoli, Hunter, and Knox. And here to take you the rest of the way, it's Matty G.
Thank you, Mr. Guinness. All right, top of the 7th, 5-0 the score. Pilots in favor. The only runs that have been scored were in the 4th inning. First pitch to D. Grigori, just inside for ball 1. The next pitch, swing and a miss. Went from the off speed to the fastball, and D. Grigori was way late.
D. Grigoli responsible for driving in 3 of those runs on a base-clearing double.
As that pitch is fouled into the right field bleachers.
Look out!
So the count's 1-2. Shakes off 1-2 pitches. Now he's got what he likes. The 1-2 delivery. Fastball high above the head of DeGregori, and the count's 2-2.
And a very nice moment out there in the right field side bleachers as little kid went to go get the ball. It started rolling down the steps. Older gentleman picked it up and handed it to him. Love to see that.
The 2-2. Change up high again, and DeGregori has worked the count full. So full count now to DeGregori. His payoff pitch from Gabe Wheeler. Line drive into left field. Going back is Stojanovic, and he will make a running grab. He lost his balance, had to change direction about 2 or 3 times as the ball was tailing, and was off his feet by the time that he made the catch. Good catch there by DJ Stojanovic.
Yeah, it got caught up in the wind, plus the wet grass in the outfield made it for a precarious situation, and Stojanovic prevails.
Next pitch, first pitch to Grant Hunter, swing and a miss. Wheeler wheels and fires, swing and a miss again. And the count quickly 0-2.
Hunter officially 0 for 1 on the day. Popped out 2. Our starting pitcher, Eli Shed. And walked.
And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, Grant Hunter. And there are 2 away here in the top of the 9th. Top of the 7th, sorry. Jeez, I'm used to normal games.
As Grant Hunter enjoys a bowl of Special K heading back to the dugout.
And that will bring up Bryce Knox.
At this point, I'm just trying to get you with anything.
Bryce Knox's first pitch popped up into foul territory and out of play. Into the bleachers once again.
You ever have Special K?
Not a fan.
Have you ever tried it with chocolate milk?
Yes, still
Really?
not a fan.
Oh, okay.
Not a big cereal guy in general.
Wow, really?
The 0-1. High and inside, 1-1. Yeah, not a big cereal fan.
Oh, I love cereal.
I'm not a big breakfast guy, to be honest.
I like breakfast for dinner.
Yeah, pancakes for dinner can slap. The 1-1. Curveball low, 2-1.
So the question is bacon or sausage?
Depends on what it's with.
No, the correct answer, no matter what it's with, is both.
Ah. The 2-1. Fouled back to the backstop. Counts 2-2.
How about bacon wrapped sausage?
Okay, now you're speaking my language.
There we go. Oh, remind me, I got to tell you about, I have a hot dog that I call the big mistake that I invented.
Oh, boy. Swing and a miss. A 1-2-3 inning for Gabe Wheeler here in the top of the 7th. But the job is not done. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Tarp Skunks need 5 runs to tie, 6 runs to win, as Gavin Stevens comes out for the final inning of gameplay. 5-0 Pilots.
Once again, make your plans to come out to Russell E. Diethrick Park on Tuesday for $2 night. $2 beers, $2 tickets, $2 beers, $2 hot dogs, $2 beers, and $2 beers. That is going to be Tuesday.
Do we need to invest you into an AA meeting?
Absolutely not. I actually don't drink that much.
Your statements say otherwise.
I am trying to appeal to the fans of beer and baseball to come out and enjoy an opportunity to enjoy $2 beers against the Geneva Red Wings. That's Tuesday the 25th, and then Batavia comes into town for JCC Community Buyout Night on Thursday. Make your plans to come on out and watch some excellent baseball as we get set to go to the bottom of the 7th inning now. It will be Matrenga Schroeder and Stang facing Gavin Stevens, trying to go the distance here and getting ready to go the rest of the distance. It's Matty G.
Thank you, Dre. Matrenga leading things off here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch, called strike 1. And the Tarp Skunks needing to do a lot of work in a little bit of time, running out of chances. Next pitch, high and in. 1-1 the count now. Only 3 outs remain for the Skunks. And this is a kind of a bad situation when the number of runs that you need is more than the number of ounces you have, as that ball's hit over to third. The throw by Toth in time. And now you only have 2 chances left to score those 5.
Well, again, Diethrick Park's 2-out magic can happen. And epic comebacks. Plus, you have the heart of the lineup coming up, so an opportunity does still exist.
Tommy Schroeder to the plate now. Schroeder 0 for 2 on the day so far. 1 for 2, sorry, as his first pitch is called strike 1.
Yeah, he had that long shot to the wall and left, got thrown out at third.
Yes, that's right, that was him. The 0-1. Low and in, 1-1. Pitch from Stevens. Popped up, shallow infield. In foul territory is McMillan to make the grab for out number 2. And Schroeder was walking off the field before the ball was even caught. He knew what was going on there. As the Tarp Skunks are now down to their final out of the game. Bobby Stang to the plate, and he is the Skunks' last hope for game number 2.
As Eli Shed, or not Eli Shed, Gavin Stevens having a problem holding on to the baseball there for a moment.
That's what happens when you don't pick it up with your bare hand. First pitch from Stevens to Stang, high for ball 1.
In case you missed it earlier in game 1, Bobby Stang got hit by a pitch. Then he just belted a 3-run home run, a 2-run single.
As that is lined into left field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Going to drop in front of Russo, and Stang keeps the inning alive. And the Tarp Skunks now in past the torch mode. Stang, his bat has been lights on, 3 for 3 in game 1. Unfortunately, only 1 for 3 here in game 2. Grounded out to third, flew out to center. But on the board here, 4 for 6 on the day. You can shrink that down to getting a hit 2/3 of the time. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I got to go back and check, but I think Stang might be on a 6-game hitting streak.
As first pitch from to Stojanovic fouled into the Tarp Skunks dugout. Again, the Tarp Skunks in past the torch mode, down to their final out of the game. Trying to keep from being shut out here in game 2. Stang with a massive lead off first. The runner goes. That pitch is high and in for ball 1. And the Pilots don't even care about Stang. They recognize his run does not matter. They still have 4 runs of cushion to work with. So they're just going to let Stang do his thing.
It'll be a stolen base on catcher's indifference.
The 1-1 pitch to Stojanovic way inside. Backing Stojanovic off the plate, 2-1. Stojanovic stepping into the box. Stevens has his pitch. Comes set. Stang off a second. The 2-1. Popped up into the Newark Pilots bullpen and off the light post.
Bonus points for that.
And the Tarp Skunks are now down to their final strike. 2-2, 2 out. Runner on second. Stevens close to going the distance. The 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? They're saying he did. And a check swing, controversial call. Tarp Skunks didn't like it, but that is how the cookie crumbles and how the game ends. Stojanovic arguing with the base umpire as he walks off the field. But it is a complete game shutout for Gavin Stevens. And I got to say, Dre, Game 1 and Game 2, this Tarp Skunks looked like two completely different teams.
Well, I mean, it kind of was two completely different teams. You had a different lineup for Game 2 than you did in Game 1. You had some of the guys that don't get the majority of the playing time coming in the second game. I mean, still, you look at the totality of the day. You split with the Newark Pilots. You're 8-9 on the season. Pilots now 5-12 on the season. I look at this as an absolute win because they still got to win. They maintain their record. They maintain their positioning in the playoff standings. And going into Tuesday night against the Geneva Red Wings, you know, they know they can put the runners up. They just ran into a buzzsaw in Gavin Stevens here in Game 2. And, you know, you have those games that it just happens.
But that does mean that despite the shutout, we have to look for a most valuable stinker for Game 2. And I believe it is me that leads off this game. I am going to go with Gabe Wheeler. Kind of Gabe Wheeler having to come in. Eli Shedd did play well, went 9 up, 9 down, 10 up, 10 down, I should say. But unfortunately, that fourth inning, 5 runs allowed. He is credited with the loss for Game 2. But Gabe Wheeler coming in and showing that he can do what he does best, not allowing a run across in innings 5, 6, and 7, putting the Newark Pilots offense to a halt. So my most valuable stinker for Game 2 is Gabe Wheeler, and you seem frustrated about that, Dre.
Yeah, you took where I was going to go with it, but I'm able to recover, get back on the horse, focus, and I'm going to give it to Tommy Schroeder. And the reason I'm going to give it to Schroeder is, yeah, he went 1 for 3. He hit a long double. He got thrown out at third, but realizing his team down by 5, he is trying to make something happen. And it's that type of effort, that type of attitude that your teammates pick up on and want to, you know, it makes them want to play harder. So for that reason, I will give it to Tommy Schroeder.
And I can 100% agree with that. Obviously, you're going to want some sort of momentum shift at some point in time, especially if you're down by 5. So I completely agree with that call. But don't forget that the momentum can shift again Tuesday. We've been talking about it all day. $2 night, $2 tickets, $2 wings. God, where am I at a bar?
I wish.
$2 hot dogs, $2 tickets, $2 12-ounce draft beer as we host the Geneva Red Wings. And then on Thursday, it is going to be Jamestown Community College Community Buyout Night as we play the Batavia Muck Dogs on Thursday. So these next 2 games, you can come in and watch 2 games of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball for only $2. That is worth the price. Come out and check it out, you know, because it's going to be a fun time. It's always a fun time with Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball. So we're going to get out of here. Don't forget, Tune in on 6:15 when we go live for the Geneva Red Wings on Tuesday. It's Matty G alongside Dre Guinness saying
Good night, everybody.